Right, so what we have here is a stope, and unfortunately it's all barred off and there's just no way around it for me to go in. But it does lead me to hope that further up the hill there might be some access to some of these areas. But it's quite interesting that this stope goes down. I'm almost at sea level here, so anything that goes further down there is going under sea level, so that must have been a nightmare to try and keep water out. But it looks like they've dug on through here, and there could even be a tunnel. Well, hard to say. I think it's mostly a stope that they've dug through here, but I can't get in there, so see what else there is around. But I think up the hill I'll have a look, and there might be a mine at it that we can go and look at. Yeah, so a lot of the time I'm not even on a proper track. I'm just like wandering through the bush like this. I've seen that it looks like at one time someone came along here and made a track, but it was a long time ago. And it's seeing these kind of barely perceptible tracks along the way, and I walk along those and find the mine adits. But you know, 4 out of 5 times I'm walking through the bush and I find absolutely nothing. Sometimes I think it's because I don't walk far enough, but with limited time I can't just go wandering about forever. So yeah, I've got the odd stream to get myself across, like this one here. This is a relatively easy one, I hope. Hopefully I won't go arse up right here. Yeah, that seemed all fine. But we'll get back here, back up onto the trail, and I'll show you up here this other track that I want to have a look at. It doesn't really look like much, but up there is a narrow trail. Now what does it go to? That's what I want to find out, so that's probably what we're going to go and have a look at next. Alright, shall we do that? Okay. So up the hill from the stope that we were looking at that was all barred off, there's this open shaft. Now it goes a long way down, and I don't think that unless I was to start getting ropes in on the action, there's no way of getting down there. So we'll move a bit further around and see if there's any further mines. But yeah, interesting that that's here. I think it might be an ore pass where they were dumping rocks from another mine to get it, using gravity to get it straight down to a lower level nearer the stream. So we'll go and see what's down there and have a look. So I've come up here past the stope that we were looking at just a little while ago, and there's a little side track off, and up past an open shaft that's been fenced off. We've got this other mine that I've found here. So we'll take a look down in here. Looks like I've got a bit of a spider web at the entrance. Clear my way through that and head down into this lovely hole in the ground. It's probably full of wetters, but yeah, who cares? So down we go. Looks like it's had rail on the ground at one point, so hopefully it does more than just end right here, which I'm worried about. So trying to organise this microphone a bit better. I think that's better. What have we got here? So it's looking like it turns a corner, and we've got quite a nasty looking bit of collapse right here. Okay, let's have a look at that. Smells quite musty in here. How far back are we talking about going here? It doesn't look like it goes very far, and there's a lot of woodwork on the ground here, eh? It's pretty nasty looking. obviously they had issues with instability in this rock right from the early days, and that's why they've used so much woodwork to get through here. Is that a little stoped out area I see up here, or it could just actually be collapse? Not entirely sure. And things are moving around underneath me here. It doesn't look very good at all. And it ends right there. So I'm not overly keen on traipsing my way through there, although that looks interesting right there. Is that the stope right there? The other footprints on the ground. Maybe other people have been in here. I'm not entirely sure. It's just some water I was looking at. Yeah, this woodwork looks bad. But, I don't know how far we can get in here. It's really horrible. All this woodwork has come down and rocks come down. So clearly it is not the most stable place in the world at all. And I'm just having a few issues here with trying to find the best place to put my feet without dislodging anything. It does look like it gets right back in there. If I could, just what I want, old woodwork falling down. Yeah, this is definitely something that keeps my heart racing, getting through these places. And this would easily be one of the worst, if not the worst area of collapse that I've ever tried to get through. So we're getting through slowly. The echoing in here sounds okay. I'm not sure whether it's going to turn a corner up here or end up here. There's a pool of water I can see on the ground. Yeah, whether that's a pool right at the end, I think it is. So we've got a pool of water down here at the end of the mine, and that's as far as they went. What have we got up here? Some little nails, maybe. I'll take one of those home and check out the end of the nail. Sorry, it's dark there. Sometimes you can tell by the end of the nail how old they are, whether they're a square nail at the end or a cut nail. The nail that I just picked up there was probably 8 centimeters long-ish, and very, very rusty. It looked like it would have been a machine-made nail rather than a cut nail, so that puts us at least up until the end of the 1800s somewhere, and probably into the 1900s, early part of the 1900s. This is a really nasty bit to get through. It's quite loose rock and loose timber work to make my way past, but we're slowly getting there. Yeah. Pretty dodgy though, and every time my pack on my upper arms touch the wall. I'm not very happy about it. But here we are, back at the entrance. And yeah, well, it was interesting to look at. I don't know what else there is that I can find around here, but yeah, we'll carry on and see how things go. So this is part of the track that I'm walking on. It's pretty well maintained and it leads up to an old, not really ancient, but a kauri grove of these big trees up in the forest. I've seen a few people around, so it's quite a well-used track. Obviously lots of work being done here as far as bridges, and looks like there's some new woodwork there. So when storms come and damage anything, probably people are out here pretty quick to clean it up. And it just meanders down through the bush here. I'm not sure whether it was actually made as a walking track or whether this would have been an old miner's ore track, you know, where they brought the ore carts along. Well, I couldn't see any mines further up the hill there, so perhaps this is just part of a walking track. Yeah, so just showing you some of the areas that I'm walking around in. Now, generally when I find a mine, they're off these tracks. I have to bush bash my way through the undergrowth and see if I can find anything. And so far today it's been pretty slim pickings. But we'll continue having a look. But yeah, I just wanted to show you a bit of a look around on what these tracks are like. Alright, get back to you soon. Hi again. I've made it out again this weekend after some fairly awful weather last weekend, and this weekend you'll see that I'm wearing some headphones around my neck, and I'm actually holding on to a little gamer's microphone, so we'll see if the microphone makes any difference this week. So I've walked quite a long way and I've found this mine behind me here, which we'll go and have a look at in a sec, and let's see what kind of interesting things we find. Alright, let's pop in, and hopefully the microphone works for us nicely today. Alright, see you in a sec. Okay, so let's head into this mine while there's still a fair amount of daylight left. I can see right away that there is water on the ground, although about 10 metres in or so I can see that it also comes out of the water and goes uphill a bit. So we'll see how deep this mud is getting through here. So far so good. So where we are at the moment is what was known as the Monowai series of mines, and the Monowai battery is a bit further down the track, which perhaps I'll go past, and we'll take a look at what's left down there. But this is out in the Coromandel Peninsula, up in the Waiomu Valley. So they spent quite a lot of money up here. Apparently there's at least 4 mine adits, although I have searched a long time and this is the first one I've found. Now we've got an old beer bottle on the ground. I wonder how old that is. Let's have a look at that down here. It's probably relatively new, but see if we can find some writing or something on it. Yeah, tiger beer. Pretty new. Okay, so we'll carry on through here. The rock looks a bit different from out in the Karangahaki Gorge where we've been the past few weeks. It's a much browner kind of rock. And so far I have not seen any quartz that would justify what they were doing in the old days. I think it was about 1896 that they started mining in this area. well, at least seriously, there was little bits of mining right from the very start of European occupation. And it looks like they've got up to this darker pocket down here. I'm not sure if that is darker because someone from modern times has come down and dug that extra bit out. But there's nothing really there that I can see that's worth digging for, and probably that's why they stopped right about there. So yeah, we'll turn around and see if we can find anything a bit further up the hill maybe. There should be other mines, but with this New Zealand bush, it's very thick, and just bush bashing my way through up old abandoned tracks. I have at least 4 times today gone on tracks that led me nowhere, and in fact once I thought I was going to get quite seriously lost, and I had to backtrack a couple of times just to make sure that I ended up on the main track back home. But fortunately I did that, and I've come out a bit further up the track, perhaps where I wasn't so much expecting mines to be, and of course that's where I've found one. But it's not very big, probably just a prospecting tunnel again. I mean, I say that all the time, but there must have been so many prospecting tunnels. Rarely did they get anything of any financial worth out. Okay, so we're out again, and I'll go and have a look further around, see what else is about. And here we're coming up to the old Monowai stamp battery. This is where the gold ore would have been brought down and crushed. So the ground starts looking a bit barer around some of these places. We'll go around here. You can see some brickwork down on the ground. There's not much left of these ruins, but we'll take you for a look through here, see what there is left. I can see here some old concrete, absolutely covered in moss. This would have been part of the old battery itself. So they would have brought the ore down in here, and they would have had stamping crushers down here that the ore would have come through and been crushed into pretty much a powder. So over 100 years or so, all these ruins have just become absolutely covered in moss. I'm not sure how far the treatment went as far as processing. We can see that obviously the rock was crushed down here. It looks like a wall of rocks all gobbing, using waste rock to build up this wall here. Yeah, but whether they actually processed into gold here, I would doubt that. It's possible, but more likely they got some sort of concentrate that had to be further processed somewhere else. And around here, it's possibly a cyanide leaching tank, although I'm not sure just whether you can put cyanide just in metal tanks like this or not, so it might be something else completely different. But what we've got is this large tank that you can see here out in the bush. Probably can't see anything under there. No, even with my torch, that's just completely full under there. Yeah, so that's what's left of the Monowai battery. I did wander off up this road. It's just a track up through here. You can barely see anything. I was looking for mine adits, but I didn't find anything. Might have a bit of a look around to see if I can see anything further, but yeah, that's about it for the Monowai battery. And I hope you enjoyed that, and hope you guys will come back again and watch what I get up to next week. So we'll be doing some more research during the week. I'd like to get out to the Broken Hills area of Coromandel, but that might be a Christmas thing. It's a bit further away. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you again soon.